Ramalanaga and Ramayana recital, Vikramasinghe, presently Nellore town, was part of Vijayanagar Empire under the rule of Sri Krishna Deva Rayala. This place was famous for wicked and cunning women. These women with their uncommon intelligence added to their beauty and appeal used to defeat scholars and experts to transform as their domestic slaves and servants. A prostitute Kanchanamala. Among them was too notorious in this regard. In the name of satisfying Ramayana recital, she framed twisty and wicked rules, which made all the competitors lose in their battle against the woman. The latter's reputation along with her condition-filled Ramayana recital issue spread all over the region and no one was dared to step into her house to compete with her. In case anyone ventured, lured by the stunning beauty of Kanchanamala, they too were definite to lose and become either a slave or a servant to her. One day, Ramlinga visited Vikramasinghe on his personal accomplishments. Completing his job, he sat with some scholars, reputed persons of the locality, and inquired about the happenings and specialties of the town. The gathering in a synchronized tone explained Ramlinga about Kanchanamala and her urge for satisfactory recital of Ramayana epic. One of the associates there said that it was her celestial beauty and the quantity of reward that was driving scholars to her, who are finally seen serving her losing the competition. One of the senior and aged poet of the region told Tenali Ramlinga, cursing her, "She is not at all a woman, and she is wicked of the wicked. It is you, the right person, to defeat and smash her proudness." He continued, "You should teach her a right lesson and release all the scholars suffering in her service." Ramlinga thought, "Oh, Kanchanamala is that highly impious." He said to the persons around him, "That being the case, I should definitely compete with her. By the way, what is the test she is winning on?" he questioned. One of them explained that she demands the competitor to recite Ramayana and satisfy her. Every time she says the recital was not satisfactory and orders the competitor to become her slave. Poor fellows, what they can do. The condition of the test was to take out a word satisfied from her after the performance. Enough? It is all right. Ramlinga told all of them, she just needs to be satisfied with a Ramayana concert. I will do it. One of you keep her informed about my willingness to satisfy her, Ramlinga said, and headed towards his accommodation. Not one, but all of them got up to inform Kanchanamala about Ramlinga's compliance to recite Ramayana at her residence, thinking, yes, now the time has come for breaking her. Ramlinga, in the evening attired in a disguise, went to Kanchanamala's residence. "Welcome, hearty welcome, O learned man, welcome." Kanchanamala invited him. He told Mala, "I have come to recite Ramayana as if it is happening in front of your eyes." That was good. Then, "Are you aware of the reward and punishments?" Mala questioned. "I am aware of those, Kanchanamala. I have a request," paused Ramlinga. "Please tell me, Sir." Mala immediately responded, "Before I complete the total recital you should not say anything. You should do whatever I say as part of the presentation. After I complete the narration you can reward me if you are satisfied or punish otherwise," Ramlinga sarcastically stated. She agreed to it and the story began. Ramlinga started with the birth of Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Sathrughna. It continued with Rama Lakshmana accompanying with sage Vishvamitra to protect the celestial sacrifice, killing Thattaka, releasing Ahilya from curse, Rama's marriage with Sita breaking Lord Shiva's vow, and Rama's migration to forests along with Sita and Lakshmana on stepmother Kaike's wish. Ramlinga was narrating the episodes with an excellent expression and mannerism in a right modulation. Nowhere, Kanchana Mala looked to be satisfied as she was commenting, "You are not satisfying me." He advanced with the story narration about Ravanasura kidnapping Sita, Rama killing Vali, deploying Hanuman to Lanka with the assistance of Sugriva. Again Mala screamed, "I am not satisfied with your performance." Controlling himself from exploding with anger, Ramlinga convinced her, "Kanchanamala, you are telling me that you are not satisfied with my performance. However, this would be the best of performance on earth. Okay, let us leave that. Now get ready, you will witness Ramayana happening in front of you." He. "Yeah, please continue. I am in fact waiting for that," she said. Ramlinga jumped onto her selectively decorated cot and said, "This is how Hanuman jumped onto the peak of Mahendra mountain. Standing erect on the bed he took another flight and landed on another cot. Like this Hanuman jumped onto another mountain's peak. From there he jumped close to Kanchanamala and started throwing powerful fists on her back. This was how Hanuman hit Lankanai, who blocked his way from entering Lanka." Mala started shouting to the top of her voice, "Oh God, Mother, this man is killing me." Ramlinga in a commanding tone, "I told you not to hinder me in the middle. Now shut your mouth, listen completely." Jumping like an ape, Ramlinga took out a lighted wisp hanging from the wall. Hanuman, returning from the Ashoka garden after visiting Sita, started torching Lanka and its men like this. He gave fire to Mala's clothes and ignited almost all the clothes and iron flammables in the house. While Mala was attempting to extinguish fire on her clothes, Ramlinga repeated, beating her all over, stating that was how Hanuman thumped the demons in Lanka. Mala, other than shouting loudly and protecting her from the fire, could not do anything. Few seconds later, after lighting all the household material, Ramlinga coolly went to the backyard, stood near the well. This is how Hanuman put out the fire set to his tail by the demons and started taking bath, drawing water from the well. Looking at the house in fire, Kanchana Mala went astray and ran out of the house like a mad woman. Ramlinga's sarcastic comments irked her furthermore. Who else can narrate Ramayana so lively? Kanchana Mala, did you enjoy that? Cursing, yelling, screaming, Kanchana Mala said. Fraud, cheat. He said he will recite Ramayana for me and set the house on fire. With disturbed clothes and hair, she ran to the local court of law and approached the judge. She sought justice from the judge, explaining the whole episode. Meanwhile, Ramlinga reached there without any tension appearing on his face. The judge questioned Ramlinga, "What is your answer to her allegations?" Ramlinga folded hands at the judge and appealed, "Your Majesty, I do not bear any fault with me. It was she who wished to witness a lively Ramayana recital to her satisfaction." Describing all the past and present deeds of Kanchana Mala, Ramlinga said, "Mr. Justice, I believe I am not at fault. In case the honorable court finds any, I am ready to take the punishment." The judge understood that it was the wicked and proud nature of Kanchana Mala which brought her to this turn of life. He scolded her for cheating and humiliating scholars and learned persons in the name of Ramayana recital and rewards. The judgment made it clear that Ramlinga did not have any fault to punish and freed him. In addition to this, the verdict released all the learned men who were serving her as servants and slaves. Ramlinga received all the appreciation